taking the room off mute.
I don't know if the room can hear us, but we cannot hear the room based on several chats from other commissioners. It sounds okay. Thank you. No, I can't hear you, but okay, great. Thanks. See the acknowledgement.
There you go. Can you hear us now?
I can hear you now. Yes, thank you.
Did you hear us now, Commissioner Helt?
Yes, she did.
Thumbs up. Thank you.
Okay.
Alicia, thank you. We got thumbs up, so we're going to start over again in just a moment. Make sure we're okay for everybody
Technology will be the end of us.
in the room or online. I'm Commissioner Mettler. We see you. Can you hear me? Commissioner Mettler is going to give me a heads up, maybe. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Good morning again, and welcome to the December 12, 2025 meeting of the Oregon Government Ethics Commission. It's just after 9 a.m. and therefore using a gavel, I hereby call this meeting to order. For the record, my name is Dave Fiscum. It's my privilege at least one more time to chair an official meeting of the Ethics Commission. Our Executive Director, Susan Myers, is in the Salem office, as our staff from the administrative, investigative, and training sections of the agency. Our counsel from the Department of Justice, Sean Brady, is in the Salem office. As for other commissioners, Vice Chair Shanoa Payne is here in the Salem office. Commissioner Jonathan Thompson is also in the Salem office. Commissioner Alicia McCauley is online. Commissioner Peter Jancy is online. Commissioner Ann Mettler is online. We're waiting for Commissioner Ivan Resendez Gutierrez, I believe. And Commissioner Sherry Helt is online. Commissioner Rick Burke today has an unavoidable conflict and therefore is excused. Therefore, we have a quorum, and so we'll proceed through the public and executive session agendas as laid out by our staff in the last few days. That said, colleagues, just for a moment, I want to underline why I added an item to our normal agenda several months ago, an option for commissioners to make any comments they chose or choose to make about items not on the formal agendas. My rationale was to allow all of us not just to be bound by commenting on specific agenda topics dealing with complaints, but so we could talk, for example, about policy issues we might face as a commission or any other topic on your mind. That strikes me, frankly, as especially important as we, perhaps I should say you, head into the time when the legislature meets in Salem, both next February and in 2027. My friendly counsel, just to keep in mind the opportunity to speak about issues, legislative or otherwise, that may be on your mind. So with care, today, my second comment is to encourage you to focus carefully on supporting improvements in Oregon's public meetings law, including especially the parts of that law that the Ethics Commission enforces. It strikes me there is a lot of room for improvement, and as you know, our director is involved in the legislative work group that is focusing on improvement, so we can hear from her on that score later this morning, as well as you can hear her in 2026 and onward. I would say that based on my 8 years as an ethics commissioner, not to mention overall about 40 years in and around state government, it strikes me this is a very important improvement goal for us. For making the law better as a way to save the current transparency in Oregon government and build on that transparency across all levels. As we have seen in recent months, it also will be a way for us to help to devise appropriate processes for local governments to comply with the law, which has been in some cases, as we've seen, difficult for them to understand. Finally, if from our perspective, if we make improvements in the law, that will affect how we do business, both from the standpoint of the staff as well as the commission, because both of us are currently dealing with what strikes me as too large a workload. So colleagues, that said, does any other commissioner have a comment to make this morning on this or any other subject? And I should say for the record that Commissioner Resendez Gutierrez is now online, so we have a full complement today of commissioners minus Commissioner Burke. Any other comments, colleagues, on any subject? Vice Chair, please.
Yes, I just want to clarify a comment that I made at the special meeting on Tuesday. I had made, when we were discussing scheduling and the upcoming meetings in January and possibly needing to move the January 9th meeting, I made an offhanded comment about the fact that I will be chair on the January 9th meeting. And I want to clarify that comment because I should have said, dependent on the outcome of the election at today's meeting. And I want to just clarify that comment because the comment was based on the fact that traditionally the vice chair does move up to chair, but it is completely dependent on the election today. That election is not predetermined in any sort of way. There have been no discussions outside of public meetings about predetermined votes or anything like that. And I just want to be very clear because my comment was it could lead the public to believe that somehow the election has been predetermined. And I just want to clarify that comment because it was just a careless comment. And I should have been more careful with my words. So I just want to clarify that for the record. I take our duties as public officials very seriously. I take my duty as a public official and also our duties to comply with public meetings laws very seriously. So I just want to clarify that for the record that the election is going to happen today, and nothing has been predetermined. So I just want to clarify that for the record.
Thank you, Vice Chair. Appreciate the comment. Any questions for the Vice Chair? Any hard questions for the Vice Chair? Hearing and seeing none, we will move on. What we're going to do today is take one other item on our public session agenda, the approval of minutes for the November 14, 2025 meeting. Those minutes were distributed to all. So are there additions, deletions, or corrections to the draft you received? Hearing and seeing none, we're ready for a motion, Vice Chair.
Yes, I move that the commission approve the minutes from the,
Number 14.
November 14th, 2025 meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. You've heard the motion. Any questions about it? Hearing and seeing none, the administrator will call the roll on the minutes approval, please.
Commissioner McCauley.
Aye.
Commissioner Thompson.
Aye.
Commissioner Payne.
Aye.
Commissioner Resendez Gutierrez.
Aye.
Commissioner Mettler.
I abstain.
Thank you. Commissioner Jancy.
Aye.
Commissioner Halt,
Aye.
Chair Fisco.
Aye.
Motion passed 7-0 with one abstention.
Thank you, colleagues. Two more quick comments. If any commissioner believes it'll be necessary to declare an actual or potential conflict of interest on a matter on the executive session agenda, the time to do so is now during the public session. Any takers? I know there's one. I'll call on Commissioner Thompson first and then Commissioner Resendez Gutierrez next. Mr. Thompson, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. While I don't believe it's an actual or potential conflict of interest, I will be abstaining from voting on executive session items number 2 and 3 based on a professional relationship with the respondent.
Okay, Commissioner Resendez Gutierrez, please.
Thank you, Chair. I wish to declare a potential conflict of interest as to items numbers 1, 2, and 3, and 9 on the executive committee agenda.
1, 2, 3, and 9, Commissioner.
Yes, 1, 2, 3, and 9 on the executive committee agenda. That's right.
Thank you. Any others at the moment? Hearing and seeing none, my last comment is the following. When we enter the executive session, Oregon law allows representatives of the news media to join as long as they registered with us first. So I ask our staff whether the registrations have proceeded properly. And if so, are there any questions about those registrations?
Chair, we do have one person that I believe is media, but they didn't let us know they were attending in advance. So I'm gonna give them the permission so I can just confirm that they are who they are.
Chair, Commissioner Halt.
Yeah, I see that. We'll wait. Can you mention the phone number or what other?
Yes, of course. Jane Vaughn, and then you have JPR next to it. Can you just confirm what media source you're from? You should be able to take yourself off mute.
So without a response,
I mean, I believe they're from Jefferson Public Radio.
if there's a person from Jefferson Public Radio on, can you acknowledge our voices, please? Should we, in light of no response, exclude that? Here,
Let me,
we're just for a pause for a second. We're still checking, and then I'll call on Commissioner Belt in a moment.
Her email.
and she's on their website. I
Mhm.
think you could easily conclude she is a representative of
Here.
media.
As long as you're comfortable with that.
Let's move forward then, colleagues. Thank you for checking. Commissioner Halt, I see your hand.
Hi, thank you, Chair Fiscom. I just wanted some counsel on the fact that I have served with Representative Greg Smith, and I wanted to know if that is a potential conflict or not. And so I just wanted some counsel on that.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Executive.
Yes, so Commissioner, you would not have an actual or a potential conflict of interest because those only arise when you make decisions that would have additional financial impacts on you, your relatives, or a business with which you're associated. So you can, as others can have done in the past, choose to abstain if you wish, not based on a conflict of interest, but on your prior professional relationship. And we would only ask that if it impacts our quorum, that you consider participating at that point. But that is not a requirement. You do not have a conflict of interest.
Thank you for that. I'm wondering if I need to disclose those things before I vote, that I have worked with people before, or if I don't need to disclose that.
There's no requirement that you do so, but you are welcome to do so like at the beginning of when that comes up on the agenda.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Okay, assuming the media list is now deemed to be accurate, let's proceed. I'll now read the authority that allows for the coming executive session, and as I read this, pay attention to it. Excuse me. The Oregon Government Ethics Commission will be holding 2 separate executive sessions during this meeting. Excuse me. The first for preliminary reviews and then one later in the meeting to conduct the annual Executive Director Performance Review. For this first executive session, we will now meet in executive session to consider preliminary reviews. Representatives of news media and staff shall be allowed to attend executive session. When we enter the executive session, all other members of the audience will be asked to leave the room. Everyone currently joining the meeting online and over the phone, other than representatives of the news media, will be removed from the meeting. If your case is being heard in executive session, you will need to rejoin the meeting where you will be held in the virtual waiting room until the commission is ready to hear your case. Our staff will text you on the number you provided them to let you know when we are about to hear your case. The executive session is being held under ORS 192.660 sub 2 sub F, ORS 244.260 sub 4, ORS 192.685 sub 1, and ORS 171.778 sub 4 sub D to conduct preliminary reviews of ethics, public meetings law, and lobby law complaints. Representatives of the news media are specifically directed that after the commission has made its final determinations and adjourned the executive session, they may report on the preliminary review cases, including the commission's deliberations and its final determinations. ORS 244.260 sub 4 sub D sub C and ORS 171.778 sub 4 sub D authorize the commission to deliberate and make its final determinations on preliminary reviews in executive session. Following the conclusion of the meeting, the commission will publicly disclose and post the audio and video recordings of the preliminary review executive session. Once the executive session is concluded, we will return to open session and welcome the audience back into the room. So with that said, colleagues, we will now proceed to officially open the executive session on December 12, 2025. The door will now be closed. Actual and virtual doors.
Sorry, it's going to take us just a moment. I'm going to put us
Aware of that. Thank you for indicating my patience.
put us on mute for just one moment.
Sure.